Hey guys, my name is Jason Gibbs. I'm an HVA alumni, currently an assistant coach at Arkansas State on the women's side. Just got done coaching on the men's side last year at the school I played at, Lewis University. I was a libero there for 5 years. Great experience as a player, and now kind of make the jump to being a coach. I started in 2013. I'm with the HVA Young Guns, a team of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds. Ended my career at HVA on 18 performance with a group of guys that I was with for 5, 6 years. I really got to be at the start of the club when it was really growing, and we kind of pushed that. What I understand, everybody's graduating from an HVA 18 performance or an HVA 18 something, and I think that's really cool. So. Specifically, I think I was super nervous to jump to the women's side. I had been involved in the men's game for so long that it was just kind of a foreign object to me. And as soon as I made the switch, the team was super welcoming. I've been able to be myself quite a bit, and it's made the coaching change much easier. So I've had a great transition to the women's side from the men's side. It's been a lot different. It's come with a different set of challenges, but it's been extremely rewarding. I expected quite a bit of the men's game to translate over to the women's game from just an overall offensive flow standpoint and a bunch of little things here and there, but I found that the game is quite different, and the challenge has been adjusting and learning new systems, a lot more emphasis on the floor defense compared to the front court block defense where I was at Lewis, or just in the men's side in general. So that's been a big challenge to really change my focus over from the front row to the back row. Other than that, I think the girls have been super hungry for knowledge and asked as many questions as possible and just want all the information I can give them. And so that process of just communicating with them and building that relationship on the court, whether it be individual sessions or team practices, has been amazing. And I think that's helped that transition quite a bit, the different challenges between men's and women's coaching. And again, I expected the men's game to transition over to the women's a little bit more actually than it did. And that it's just a challenge to adjust. One emphasis that the women's game has a little bit more over the men's is the scouting piece. So a lot of the floor defense, each attacker has basically their own floor defense that we put against them. We pride ourselves on defensive hustle, intensity, first touch, platform, and the scouting piece along with that in game has been a lot of fun. Kind of get to play chess compared to the men's game where you block ball, and if you don't block ball, then hopefully the ball's up. That transition has been interesting and a lot of fun. It's been an exciting challenge. I think one of the things I had at HVA was a group of guys that I got to stick with for quite a while. We would add maybe a piece or two each year, but for the most part, we got to stick together, and it was a lot of staying in a house and an Airbnb with each other at tournament trips. And there were times we didn't always get along, but as we grew together and learned to respect each other more and more, I think that experience of having a group of guys that you're just close with and have that relationship with was huge. And I had that from the coach's side as well. I mean, I was taking my SAT and the club director gave me math tutoring. So it's just the engagement in the kids' lives and the people around you and learning from people not only older than you, but younger than you, and getting to interact with the HVA kids over the summers has been amazing. Even the new coaches, just getting to interact with them and coming into the gym, talking about my story and where I was at HVA, how the club has just grown. Yeah, I mean, the HVA family is just getting bigger and bigger, but it still feels small, and I still have great relationships with everyone I was with there. That definitely translated over into my Lewis career as a player, and definitely as a coach, I want to make sure that my teams have that. Something specific to me that I think has really helped me out was just my overall passion for the game. And I've learned to have a lot of fun as I compete. As long as you have passion for your team and the sport, and you learn how to have fun while competing at the same time, then you can have a long career in the sport and make an impact on a lot of people. When you make that jump to the next level, it really is a jump. Like you're training every day, the focus is higher. A lot of it can be draining to a point. And if you don't have that passion and love for the game or just your team or goals that you're trying to set, then it can be tough. Burnout is real. If you have fun and you have passion, and you can have a lot of fun in this sport. I think this sport in general is very unique from the standpoint that post-college, there's plenty of opportunities to play. You have beach, you have grass, you have tournaments, open gyms. In a lot of sports, you don't really get that. Having that passion and the fun for the sport and continuing to carry it on is something that I'm really excited about. I don't get to play as much anymore, but I will always play whenever I can, and I will never lose that love for just every touch of the ball and just having fun playing volleyball. I tell myself all the time I still got it, and you know, I don't get to show that off anymore. So it's like my mental is, I just want to be able to play and compete, and I still have that drive, but my goal is to translate that over a little bit more into coaching, and like, how do I take my passion for playing the game over to playing chess? Really, it's a lot of fun. I've trying to speak to as many coaches as I can. Marco Maioni at HVA has been a huge help to me. Eric Wooldridge, just being on the beach court with him, been a lot of fun being a part of the family.